What is going on, everybody? It's your boy the Crypto Ape, and we're back with another video. Sorry for the wait. I know it's been several months since my last video, but we went into that bearish part of the market and there wasn't really a whole lot of things to talk about. And every time I had an idea for a nice VeVe video or a OMI video, it seemed like somebody had already been all over it. There was like 3 or 4 videos already about that topic, and I know you guys have limited time, and I don't want to just inundate you guys with all the same information that everybody's talking about, everybody already knows. So I figured I would wait until I had something really interesting to talk about, and something that was going to provide you guys the most value, so I can make the best use of my time and the best use of your time. So with that all being said, I do remember that we did have a OMI token giveaway. A lot of people were coming at me in the comments saying that it never happened and it was a scam, quote unquote. But this is Crypto Roger, the person who won that back in July. As you can see, here it says that in July he messaged me saying he was the winner, and I sent him a screenshot showing him that I sent him the OMI, and he said, awesome, thanks again. So that was totally legit. I just didn't have the time and inspiration to make videos during that time, so I just wanted to clarify that with you guys. The OMI token giveaway did go down very smoothly. That being said, let's move right into the video. The meat and potatoes of today's video is going to be liquidnfts.com, which is a part of the Wise token ecosystem. Now, if you've been watching my channel from the very beginning, you've definitely heard me talk about Wise token before. It's one of my favorite projects in DeFi. It's actually very similar to how Hex token is, as in it adds it gives you the ability to stake your tokens for an ROI over a set amount of time. Now, Wise token does the same thing with one key difference. Now, when Hex token started, there was an auction to go ahead and get the Hex tokens, and then all of the ETH that was invested in those auctions was then put into Uniswap's liquidity pool to go ahead and add liquidity for the exchanges for Hex to be able to go ahead and be traded. Now, the main difference that Wise has in comparison to Hex is that with Hex, it's more centralized, as in one person, I believe it's Richard Hart, has the LP tokens for that liquidity, and it could potentially be rugged at any time. Now, is it going to be rug pulled? That's a conversation for another person who's more of an expert on Hex. It looks like the project is doing really well, and I don't want to take away from that. However, Wise token, the contract itself had taken all of the Ethereum that was invested in the auction, and then it added it to the liquidity pool, and then burned the LP keys so that nobody has access to that liquidity, which means it's unruggable. And so this creates a phenomenon where people are now more trusting of the protocol, and more willing to put large sums of money into the Wise token and use that Wise that they bought to go ahead and stake for longer periods of time, knowing that nobody could ever rug pull that project. Now, why am I even saying this? What does this have to do with VeVe NFTs? Now, the main thing is that with this new project, it's going to generate loads of revenue for the Wise contract. Now, that doesn't go to some central person, right? That doesn't go to the entity that is running this. I'm sure, actually, a small portion of it is built into the contract, but that small portion is immutable. They can't just decide, oh, we want to take more profits from this now. But most of that revenue will go ahead and be paid out to people who are staking Wise. So I have a Wise stake that goes for 2 years. Right now, I'm wishing I went for 5 or 10 years with that stake. However, 2 years is pretty good. If you're staking for longer than a year in Wise, you would see a higher APY based on how much profits this part of the smart contract generates for the stakers. Okay, so what is Liquid NFTs and how can it help you with your VeVe NFTs? Let's scroll down. We'll take a look at what's going on here. So the idea is they want to create an ecosystem where you could go ahead and list your NFT. Say you have a Platinum Moogly. Of course, this is all hinging on after interoperability is added to the VeVe ecosystem, which is coming soon with IMX integration. So I'm really excited to see interoperability so that some of these things will be possible. But I'm looking forward, and I'm basically theory crafting what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be exiting some of my NFTs, and at the same time holding on to as much value from them as possible. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. So you can list up your Platinum Moogly, and let's just say for easy numbers, it's worth $40,000. Then you can go ahead and on the other side of this coin, there are other people who are holding Wise that may decide to go ahead and contribute to the loan, right? So you're asking for a loan and you're putting up your Platinum Moogly as collateral. So if you don't pay that loan back, then they would go ahead and turn this NFT liquid, and then they would pay out the people who put the money up for you to get the loan, if that makes sense. So you put up the NFT, you get funded, and then you can set up payment options to go ahead and pay that back over time. This is a great opportunity to go ahead and take the cash value of your NFT without having to generate a taxable event, because technically you still own it. It's just up in the air as collateral. If you don't pay back this loan, then that would go ahead, they would assume ownership over it, sell it, and pay back the people who made the loan possible, right? But the idea is, if you need to build a studio to keep your YouTube channel going, if you want to take advantage of the upcoming Bitcoin run, if you want to take advantage of Ethereum, you know, if you want to buy OMI, because you know OMI is going to go places, now you can put up your NFT, get that cash value, put that money into OMI. OMI may then 10x, you pay back your loan, and then you get your NFT back. And then you have all this profit on top. So this is a great way to get more out of your NFTs, get that cash value, be able to use it, and you're not creating a taxable event where you're going to be getting hit with short-term capital gains taxes, which can be extremely massive, anywhere between 30 and 40% in some states, depending on where you guys are in out of the country. I have no idea what the tax liabilities are there. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just me theory crafting what the best ways to go ahead and exit from these NFTs are going to be. Another big benefit that you get from doing something like this instead of just straight out selling your NFTs is that, say the Platinum Moogly or the Donnie goes up in value by 10x. If you just sell it and get the cash, well, now you're SOL, right? But if you collateralize it, use the loan, and you're able to pay it back, then you get the NFT back, and then you also get to realize the gains of the appreciation of that NFT. So you're not actually losing ownership of the NFT, but you are getting the cash to use in the meantime, and then once you pay back the loan, you get the NFT back, and it may or may not be worth more. So that's my breakdown on how liquidnfts.com launched and backed by the Wise Token ecosystem is going to be a major player when VeVe NFTs go interoperable. The big caveat to this is that some brands don't want to go interoperable off the rip, but I imagine that most of them will follow suit when they realize how much money there is to be made when they allow people to take their NFTs off of the VeVe platform, and you know, they're able to take advantage of OpenSeas and other marketplaces of that nature. Now guys, in addition to being able to list your NFTs as collateral and to get big loans from other people in the community of Wise Token, they're also, and this is a sneak peek at what some of the back-end pages are going to look like. It's very polished. Wise Token definitely has a great team of web developers, front-end and back-end. They're going to make this experience super awesome and user-friendly for everybody, and that is also another thing that's going to be major, because people are into NFTs, aren't necessarily super into the crypto side of things, and the easier you can make it, the better experience it's going to be, and the more popularity it's going to get. Additionally, they are going to also have an NFT marketplace built in, so they're going to have their own OpenSeas type spot where you can go ahead and just buy and sell NFTs straight up. But what that's going to help them do is it's going to help them liquefy these NFTs so they can sell them right on their own marketplace. If, for example, somebody cannot pay back their loan, they need to liquefy that and pay off the people who put up the money for that loan, right? So those people on that side of the coin can get paid if something goes awry. So they're going to have an in-house NFT marketplace. In addition to that, I mean, I keep saying this, but they're also going to have a launch pad where people can develop their NFTs and go ahead and launch them directly into that NFT marketplace. So I really love what Wise Token's doing here. I think that's going to be a great marriage with VeVe NFTs, and I think that this is something that everybody in VeVe Collectibles and invested in the OMI token should be looking at as one of the options, one of the ways that you can go ahead and offboard yourself when you do decide to exit from an NFT. That being said, take a look at the team here. A bunch of really big players in the space. This guy Peter Gurr has been making loads and loads of videos on Wise on YouTube, so I would definitely check out his videos. And the rest of this team, I have to do more digging on them, but I'll surely get down into the nitty-gritty of doing all that at some point. But I'm a really big fan of the Wise token ecosystem with staking and this new liquid NFTs project. I really think that they're going places, guys. And I'll have the link in the description below for the Discord group for the Wise staking contract and the website, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at what they're doing now. By the way, this liquid NFTs is in development and it won't be out till sometime in November, so keep an eye out for that. Additionally, if you need to buy OMI tokens still, there might not be a better time to do it in the future, so Bitforex will be in the description below as well. And some of these are referral links, guys. I always appreciate it when you guys support me and use those links. And it's always a big help for me because making these videos takes a decent amount of time, and I'd like to continue doing that. With that being said, guys, this is the end of the video. I just wanted to show you guys this option for getting out of your NFTs when the time does present itself for you guys. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, apes together, strong. Peace.